And now stand by for adventure.
3, 2, 1.
What is going on, everybody?
Hey, how y'all doing?
How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Not much, man. How you doing today?
Good. Hanging in there. Let's get this straight up already here. Yeah, just getting ready for the weekend. Getting ready for a weekend, and I got my auction ready for tonight, by the way. I know that you'll be there tonight, Rob.
Yes, I will.
Rob will be there. He's, I don't know if you're popping up on a panel, but I know you'll be there. So we're going to have a great time tonight. It's going to be some crazy stuff going on. Some crazy stuff.
Yeah, so crazy. He's going to have buck and go everything.
I don't know about that now, but I will have currency for sale, by the way. I will definitely have currency for sale. Absolutely 100%. So, good morning to Barry, George Campbell, Jeff Davis, Lola Davis. Good morning.
Lola Davis.
Good morning to you all. I see
got a few lurkers here, it looks like.
Few lurkers. It does have few lurkers. We have, which is okay. Good morning to all the lurkers too. William, good morning. Yes, good morning to all the lurkers also. Yeah. So we do have. Today, we're going to be talking about $2. $2 notes that we still make today. And they're not in our cash registers, right? There's no slot in the cash register of a $2 note.
Yeah, I like spending them because then they have to throw them underneath the drawer.
Right. You spend them, they lift up the little drawers and they put the $2 in there, right?
A lot of millennials don't even know what the hell to do with them.
Yeah. But, you know, when they get them, they're like, oh, my God, this is really cool. Look, a $2 note. This is nice.
Yeah, there's stories out there of a YouTube video of a guy that they called the cops on because they thought he was trying to pass counterfeit money.
Yeah, I remember. Did I send you that video?
No, I've seen it before.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
but, hey, before we get too much into it, I want to do this for you.
Up in the sky, it's a bird.
It's a plane.
It must be the Big Apple.
I didn't see that. I didn't catch that before. I didn't see that. I went out to have that. Yeah, the Superman. That's one of my favorite guys anyway. He does when Rob, you know, that's my character as a kid. Superman was one of my great superheroes. Still love them. Still collect my comic books, especially the older comic books. Yes, Superman and the Big Apple. That's it. So,
Well, looks like we got Lyle Okamoto out there and Just a Dude.
Just a Dude, Lyles, what's going on, buddy? And so we go back to the $2. A lot of people don't realize that we still make those $2 notes today.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people think they immediately, oh my God, this is so rare, a $2. No, it's not. They still make them today. They're not that rare. But because a lot of people, we hold them. A lot of people hold them because it's a good luck, right? It's a $2 note. Nobody has them. People put them, stack them up, and And a lot of people think that like the 1976 $2 notes. Oh my God, it's so. No, it's not. They're not. They're really just worth $2. They're not really worth. They're just worth face value. Unless you have a $2 note that maybe has a star on it, maybe. I think, right? A star would have to, or if you have a bunch of sevens across the $2 note, which that would be really hard for you to find unless you're purchasing that. But they have those notes to me would be very rare. One that has a bunch of $2 or the radar notes, with the different same serial numbers on one side and the other side mirrored radar. They have those. Those would probably be rare notes. But $2 notes you could pick up. You could get them in a bank if you're really cool with the bank teller.
You could probably go get a brand new strap of them if you wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, you could. You definitely could. Just ask the bank person. You ever seen $2 notes? But people do collect them, but they're not that rare. And then, of course, when somebody gets them in the store, they're like, "Oh my God, what is this?" Especially the young kids. They don't know what that is. They've never seen that before.
No.
They like, holy smokes. So we are going to be talking about the $2 notes. And of course, we have some obsolete, right?
Yeah, I got a few obsolete $2 bills.
Yeah. I don't have that many $2 bills. I have only a couple of them. I don't have. Rob has a lot more than I do. I don't know. Somebody's shorted me a couple of $2. So I got to find out what happened to the $2 notes. I got to come after a couple of people. What can I tell you? So, but
I'll have a sit down.
Yeah. So let's start. You can go first. I'll let you go first.
Okay.
Since I've been talking all here, I haven't shut up. I'm like running with my mouth over here. So.
Not a big deal.
Let's go.
Let's see here. Change my view. And let me blow me up. Boom. Okay. So I'm going to start with the obsoletes, and then we'll come up to the modern day ones. But $2 bills have been around for a while. This one's 1863. So I always thought that was pretty cool. The riverboat. Back then.
That's a beautiful note, by the way.
Yeah, it is. It's 63 EPQ. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've actually been trying to. That has green on that, correct? The $2. So it is a little. I don't see it. Why it doesn't show it, but the two large $2 there that says $2 there is normally in a light green, correct? There it is. That's a little better. As it got closer, we were able now to see somewhat the green on it. Beautiful note. This is one of the notes that I've been trying to get. Nebraska. So.
Yeah, so this one has the green overlay, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I love the obsolete notes. The vignettes on them are awesome. But
Now, and notice at the bottom it says stockholders.
yes.
So it wasn't backed up by anything, correct?
No, I think that banks back then could print, because this is when they
Right.
had the American Banknote Company or the National Banknote Company, depending on which one they had the contract with and the time frame. They could print X amount of dollars of, their capital. Yeah. George Campbell says I can send this note to him in Brooklyn.
Yeah. It's already graded for you, George. Yeah, because most of these notes, obviously, they lost its value as it left each state.
Yes, right. I mean, the farther you got from the Bank of DeSoto, the more, the less that this note was worth. Because they had to take it to the Bank of DeSoto to get their $2 in coin each or whatever. So, they're going to pass that on to you if they got to wait till they can cash that in. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. My dog's whining, so I'm yelling at my boy to come get him. So the next one has red overlay.
Can we see the back of that $2 one? The 63?
Yeah. It's just a plain back.
It's just a plain back, which obviously you can see more of the green of that too, right? Because it's very high. It's very color on it. It's
so
they didn't print in the back, for what? I mean, I know that you know.
Yeah, ink costs money.
Yeah, I was just going to say that.
So, they tried to print these things off as cost effective as you can. Most of your obsolete notes have no back. They just have the front. Now, you do have, the ink bleed through. Because, the paper was like, just slightly above rice paper,
Yeah.
Very, very thin paper because, once again, paper costs money. So go with the cheapest paper you can get.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this one was actually circulated. That's what I love about it. It's not a remainder note. If you can look at the signature on it, it's turning brown because the ink they used back then was iron gall ink, which iron rust. It actually had an iron in it. So, beautiful note. This is one of the ones I sought after. I have the $1, $2, and $5 bill, or $1, $2, $3, and $5 bill from this bank. And it's just awesome. Now, this one here is from Jamaica, Vermont. And it has the red overlay. And, I don't think it really had any meaning. It was just what they purchased from the bank. But what I like about this is they show the 2 cherubs and the 2 $1 coins.
Yeah, that is. Now, are those like trade dollars or what?
Probably because it was 1860s.
One's a seeded. Oh, they're both seeded. Yeah, it's a seeded. Those are seeded dollars.
So, you took this to the bank of the West River Bank in Jamaica, Vermont, and you can get 2 $1 coins.
And I was going to address them. I was looking at the bottom, and I was kind of saying, but the seeded wasn't even out at the time anyway. But yeah, those are liberties. Those are the seeded. The trade dollar back. That's what it kind of struck me as real quick. I don't know. But it's not. Those are seeded. Those are the seeded dollars. That's a beautiful note there.
Yeah. And
What grade is that? Sorry, I didn't catch it. What grade? 64. So this is a remainder note. Okay.
yeah, this is the remainder. It's never been circulated.
It's signed, don't circulate it. Yeah.
Yeah, what's cool about this series of note is the $1 had one coin and more cherub on it. Two, three of each, and the 5 had 5 cherubs and 5 coins on it.
Yeah.
Some
great detail on those coins, on this currency.
Yeah,
and
that's
that's
why I love my obsolete currency, because of the detail on it.
Yeah. Yeah, get a little closer to the $2 on the right top corner.
Yeah. Try to focus it in for you.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to. Okay.
I mean, that's just beautiful. I mean, if you look here, you see the sailing ships.
Wow.
Sorry, it's not focusing. There we go. Now these next two notes are from the same bank. They are like 1862, I think, or 1861. This is from a bank in Maine. Now, a lot of people don't know Maine was really big in the textile industry. That's why you got the lady over there spinning the looms.
Yeah. And that's 1860 or 61 on the bottom, right?
61.
Okay, the 6. There you go. Look at the eagle there. So great detail, boy. These people used to just do this by hand.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They're carving it by hand backwards into the plate. And I also have from the same bank, this one got the green overlay. And just like the other ones, nothing on the back. Ink costs money. You can see the signatures turning brown because of the ink. But now let's jump ahead, way ahead, into 1917.
That's a beautiful note.
Yeah, it's only a 35. Maybe someday I'll get to upgrade it.
Yeah. Don't worry. I have a 30 EPQ. So yours, but mine fell off the back of a truck.
Yeah.
So that's why I got a 30 EPQ.
You got it from some guy named Vinny and Tony.
Yeah, I got it real cheap. Trust me, that's why I just said, I'll take it. Yep.
Man,
I'll
I
take
just
it
love the
there.
design, though.
Yeah, the detail on these, again, they're really amazing work on all of it. And holding, and I know probably a lot of the people in the, chat, whether they collect currency. I'm not that sure how many people besides I know one or two people in the chat right now that are looking at this that collect currency. I know Jeff Davis is one of them who collects currency, and I know that he appreciates a lot of this stuff because he I've spoken to him about it. I'm using him an example. Which probably doesn't want anybody to know that he collects currency, but a lot of these notes, when you get them in hand, when you guys are looking at them up here, it's different. But when you guys get these things in your hand, it's a totally different ball game having this in your hand, looking at it. So, if you ever go to a show or to your local coin shop, trust me, just pick up a piece of currency and look at it and hold it in your hand, and you'll see what the grade and just holding a 30 to a grade 55, the difference, or a 22, you're going to see the difference and how beautiful these notes are, because this is history here. That's right.
I mean, you look at that small writing in there.
Oh, absolutely.
And thinking about how this has survived that long without,
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, they didn't use laser cutting for their, they didn't have printers. They carved these by hand. And to do that and backwards, like I said, it's amazing.
Yeah. That's right, Jeff Davis. So, I mean, for sure. I mean, I don't know. Put one in the chat if you do collect. I mean, I'm not that sure. Besides Jeff Davis, one in the chat if you do collect currency. I don't know about Lyles. I don't know if any of those people collect currency, but
But so we're going to jump a little bit more,
right? And Lola Davis. Sorry, Lola Davis also is collecting some getting into currency.
Yeah, I like the story Jeff told me where Lola liked the one note I had from the baby bond, and because she saw it there, she had to go get one.
Yeah.
But this is probably my favorite design of the modern or semi-modern $2 bill, just because of the large 2, how on the money for that 1928 they. It's the one they had the large 1 written there, the 2, the 5, 10, 100,
Yeah, that's also a beautiful note, the 1928.
Yeah. So, and it had Monticello on the back.
Yep. And if you really get into this, the detail of this building real close up, I don't know if you could pull it up real close, but it's some serious. I may do it for you on my.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the window panes, the railing.
Yeah, let me see if I could get mine here. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can pull this up, guys. Give me 1 second. There we go. We're going to go back to you, Rob.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just the detail alone on each of these notes. Let's go back out. Let's focus. Here we go.
There you go.
Well, I know sometimes when you get real close, if I block it out for a second and then bring it back out.
Yeah, William, the 60s and above are considered mint state.
Yeah. Normally I like to put that lube to it but I don't have the
There you go. The bricks.
Yeah, just the detail of that. I mean, how could they've I gotta get me a little missing the flag. There we got the flagpole up there. It's really, really crazy the way they've oops, sorry, Rob, that's you.
Nah, no problem.
I dropped you down by mistake. There you go.
But so you notice the seal on the 28s is on the left. So the next ones they came up were in 53. And a little bit of difference there. The seals moved to the right. The 2 is a lot smaller as far as the word 2. So this is Legacy 64 PPQ. Yeah, it's a little off center in the back, but not enough to be considered like an error or nothing like that. And it's pretty much the same design that's on the back. There may be a little bit of difference, but it's pretty much the same design. Then I got the 63. Pretty much the same thing. Only thing changes pretty much, the signatures, maybe a spacing or something like that. But not much change there. And then we got a star note.
Which is that replacement note.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. And most of these notes, and I tell everyone, they're not that expensive.
No.
A couple of things you could do. You could always purchase the note ungraded and not have a note graded, but then I know a lot of people like to say, hey, look, I have a note that's graded at a 50 or a 64 and it's graded. I know that I was at a coin, and I'm going to tell a story to everybody before we move on. I was at a coin show, and someone who I knew there said that they bought a note of a Black Eagle, and they said, "Yeah, I had that note." And they said, "Yeah, it's graded a 63." I said, "No, it wasn't, because I was there when you bought it, and it wasn't graded at the time." But anyway, the person said it. I said, "Show me," but the person never did. Couldn't find it. So I'm not that sure what note he was talking about. But it is always good to have a note that's graded. It takes, so you can see what you're looking at. But yeah, you could just get one that's ungraded. And by the way, these red seals, $2 red seals, you can find them in a bank. I have. 100% I found them in a bank. And a matter of fact, I think the ones that I found in the bank are going to be sold. Are going to be sold tonight on my channel. We're having an auction, by the way. But yes, you can find them. So.
And if you notice during this series, the star was on the left-hand side versus being on the right-hand side with the modern star notes.
during one of the auctions I saw, there was so you hold that star up, hold that star. So that this star, one side was not this one here that he's holding, but one of them was filled in on the left and the other side was not filled in. It's like the 34s of like the silver certificates. They're filled in. The star is filled in. These are not. But normally, if you get to a lower 1928, they would be filled in.
Yeah. So we're jumping up to the modern day. And this is a 1976. This is the Bicentennial series. Now, because the date on it being 76 does not mean it was printed in 76. It could have been printed, before whatever the next series was. It could have been printed in 1980. But this is from the Bicentennial series. Now, I do have a note that I know was printed in 76 because it's the first day of issue. And some people do this. What they do is they take their currency there, they put a stamp on it, they get the bank or the post office to cancel it. And it has the date on there, April 13th, 1976. So this was among the first notes to be printed. Now, you got people out there to say, oh, it's just graffiti on a note, that's stupid, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Hey, I think it's cool. So, that's all that matters.
Some people, that's not graded, is it? No.
No, it's not.
Have you ever thought about getting that graded?
I have, but I mean, it's a modern note. If I do send it in, I would probably send it in with a bunch of modern notes and take advantage of the modern note. Because I think it's like a little cheaper for modern notes and it's a quicker turnaround.
Yeah. Just to, show the fact that, April 13, 1976, it was stamped. So somebody held that note in that condition, right? Let me see the back of it. I don't think there's any.
No, there's not. Because they got it stamped, this went right home and it went into a book or something.
Yeah, somebody, But somebody with enough knowledge knew to hold this. Now, what's the value of this $2 note? Well,
probably about $2.50.
Yeah. It's not, but it's just the cool factor of it, right?
Yeah.
It was stamped. They put a stamp of it. In 1973, the U.S. stamp was 13 cents, right? What's today? I don't even stamp anything. What's the stamp today cost?
I don't know. I buy a forever stamp, so I don't have to pay them when they go up in price.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what a stamp. I don't ship. Does anybody know what a stamp costs today?
Yeah. So this is the first year that it featured this background, Barry.
I don't know. What is it?
70 cents, Barry said.
70 cents? I was thinking maybe 42 cents, or am I behind time? I thought it was 40 cents. Wasn't it 40 cents?
Probably about 20 years ago.
We said 68 cents, going on to 75 cents. What? Hold on, let me get Alexa on the line. I gotta find out what the cost of a stamp is. Give me a second. Because I'm getting two different prices over here. I need to know what the real. Let me call the post office. Hold on. Let me get the post office on speed dial right now.
I'm bringing this in there. So this is series, come focus, 2013. I ain't got my glasses on. I can't get the focus.
You're right. It's 73 cents.
Christ.
Holy shit.
I thought these were pretty cool. I got
previous
some.
5 cents increase. Oh no, July the 14th it starts. The price of the first stamp is going to go to 73 cents. So you're right.
So order your stamps today for the forever
Yeah,
stamp, so you can save
5
some money.
cents increase from a previous price of 68 cents. So who
Wow.
said 68 cents? William said 68, and he said
Barry
it's going to
did,
70.
I think. Yeah.
No, but it's not 70. Barry's wrong.
Okay.
So Williams was right with 68 cents. Today, right now, it's still 68 cents. And by July the 14th, in 2 more days, it's going to go to 73 cents. Minga, forget about it. Holy shit. Sorry about that, guys. I can't believe it. The post office can't get nothing right anyway for 73 cents.
So now you pay more for them to lose your package.
That's it. Exactly. Holy smokes. That is crazy.
Now, I got one last thing. People used to think $2 bills were unlucky.
Stats, good morning. How are you?
They would tear the corners off them. So, if you notice, that one there has the corner torn off it. But people back in the day used to think they were unlucky. And they had superstitions about them. So they would tear the corners off them, thinking that would, get rid of the bad luck. So you tear the corner off, you spend it, and once all 4 corners were tore off, I guess all the bad luck was gone. But I figured I'd share that they used to think they were unlucky.
Yeah, though. Okay, yeah, that's right. One of those things. Sorry, kind of lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cutting off of a $2 note.
Yeah, they would tear the corners off them. I generally stay away from them. I got this one because it was a star note.
Okay.
But I like my notes whole.
Oh, I was going to say, why do you stay away from them? Because it's not
complete.
Oh.
Because it's torn off.
Okay, I thought maybe because, yeah. What was the reason why they cut this off? Because it's bad. They thought the note was bad luck, right?
Yeah, they would tear the corners off.
Right.
Superstition.
That's why I was asking you. Did you not take it because you thought that, or?
Well, no, I just don't like the notes having the corners torn off them.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I did have this one, and the only reason I grabbed it was a star note.
Now, did you find this one, or is it something that?
No, they had it at my coin store, but it wasn't with the regular currency. They have currency that that's not the best condition, but they'll give people like face value for it a little bit above, and they'll sell it for pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, only barrier is because they thought that the $2. Since it was just something that was not circulated like that. The ones, the 5s, and the 10s, and the 20s is what the $2, like even in a cash register, there's no slot for a $2 note, right? People just thought that, $2 is, but $2 should have brought you good luck, by the way.
Yeah, any money's good luck. And OG, no, I don't have any butterflies, but I do have gutter folds for my errors. But nothing with the butterfly corner. I've bid on a few, but they're just too expensive for me to win the auction for that error.
Yeah. By the way, just to let everybody know, so the regular $2, can you bring up that $2 1976?
Now let me just do this.
Oh, okay, there you go. So we got a bunch of $2. See, is this all the same? 95. So they're really way off on.
Well, you got to think of plate position.
Yeah, the plate. That's yeah. complete sheet. Okay, 991. Wow. Okay, so it's really so. These $2 notes. Again, they're worth just the value of $2. They're not really worth that much money. Unless you have a red seal. Red seal is a little different now. By the way, the red seals that you don't find, so you won't really find them. You can find one in a bank, but it's normally the teller would probably wind up cashing that out for themselves if they do collect currency or they think it's something that's really cool. But the $2 notes are just average $2. Red seals are a little bit more. Red seal you're gonna pay for. So unless the serial number on a $2 note is really special, or it could be a star, you may pay. Somebody may pay an extra $1 for a $2 note. Sometimes if they're looking, or if they're looking at that serial number that matches another $2 of their notes. People have different ways of collecting currency, right? I think that everyone has a certain way of taking, whether it's all stars, whether it's all long, what is it? The radar notes. Radar notes too is another thing that they want to collect. I'm not going to go through all my notes. Most of the notes that I have are the same notes that retired Navy Rob has. I think the only one that you don't have is this one.
Oh, that's the one I die for. You know that.
Yeah. There's another note which I have being graded is a 1899 $2 silver certificate. But I don't have too many $2 notes. That's really, I'm trying to get all my other notes, but this is one of the notes. Now, this note here, Rob loves this one. So, Rob, if you want to talk about this one, feel free.
I mean, this is I just love it because it's a more sought after note. It is going to cost you a little bit more money.
Yeah.
And I mean, what I love about it is the back of it.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute. Yeah, this is the 1918 Federal Reserve banknote. Even though national currency, but it is a Federal Reserve. And obviously, Rob likes it because of the battle, which is, this note is considered the battleship.
Yes.
Right?
And to answer William's question, yeah, the sheets are pretty cool. You can actually go to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing website, and you can actually order uncut sheets of bills all the way up to, I think, like 36 on a sheet. But I mean, the detail on that's just awesome.
You can even see the guys up there.
Yeah, I mean, it is a awesome note.
I'm trying to. There we go.
Yeah, and the gun turrets there.
Yeah, it's a serious, beautiful note, let me tell you, on this battleship. And mind you guys, this note, it is expensive. I'm not going to tell you. This note is
Yeah, 20 will
just
run you
look at
about
it.
$600-700.
Yeah, on this 20. And I am planning to upgrade this, so I am going to probably wind up getting rid of this note. I don't know. I may start it. I may start a bid at $2, by the way, on this note, just to get crazy, because that's just the craziness that I do.
Yeah, I would go in and
Rob would kill me.
and time out everybody
Rob would
in
kill
chat.
me. I would. Listen, Rob would time out every single person that he will, nobody would do a $2, or maybe do a buck and go. You never know. I'm crazy like that. That's what I would do. Barry said $2 sold. Yeah. That would be crazy. But
I would time out everybody in chat and then say, "Let's run it." Hit that timer.
Hit that timer. And everybody would get timed out probably. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess maybe a couple of other people, but yeah, this note it's very expensive actually. This note is not a cheap note. And I'll go back real quick and just kind of show you guys, we'll go, where is it? All right. Here's a battleship. So you could just kind of just look at, what the V20s are. This is an older book. So you could just look at it. 767. That's what the FR numbers are there. All right, there we go. That's a little better. You just kind of hold it, just go across it. Just brings it down. And like I said, this is an older book, so but yeah, this is about the 675 to the 700. You won't really find that. And as they go up higher in grade, you're going to see what they're going to cost you. So this note here is expensive. I just haven't pulled the trigger to purchase one, and I've had this for quite a while. I just have not yet because I'm purchasing so many other different notes. But probably my whole entire stack, this is probably one of my lowest grades. This one and maybe another two other ones that I have. But that's why I'm planning to get rid of it. Because one, besides the fact of the detail, yes, it's a grade 20. You can see the note. But me, I like to really get into the notes where not to see any creases or not to see, but at the time, I just saw it. I just picked it up. And I actually did get it on a good deal. I don't think I paid that much for it. But I did pick this up on a decent deal on this. So, let me see. What else, Rob? So I have... what was the other $2? And the other one that I just picked up, which was this one, I have not. I have it, but it's being graded. But this is the one that I have. I knocked myself out. There we go. This is the one that I'm having a regrade. This is the one, the silver certificate in the back of it. So,
yeah, and that mini portal's a nice note too.
Yeah, the portal. One of the most expensive notes is the Lazy 2 note. That's a hell of a hard note to get, which is this note. So this note is very difficult to get.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen like one or two out there for sale, but people usually hang on to those lazy deuces.
Yeah. And the silver certificate, lazy 2, silver certificate is really a nice note. Is a treasurer. But if you see it, it looks like a 2 on the side here. But it's not considered any sort of lazy 2, but you see it, it's has that sort of 2, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So when you put it to the side of that note. So, yeah, I haven't really been working on my $2 notes. And there's not that many of them. There are, but not as much as like the $1 and the educational note too is another note.
Oh God.
That's very yeah. So I'm going to be working on those, but yeah, they have this other note here. Which one was the other one? The Treasury 1891. 2 is the other one, but yeah, there's not that many with the $2. There wasn't that many. I don't see like the 5 and really surprised I only have that. These like I'm not really killing the $2 notes. So, what else? What else?
You're almost done. You're almost done the $1 notes, so you'll move on to the next.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the $1 notes. I'm almost completely done with them. I'm just missing like I think 3 of them or 4 of them. I'm missing, and like one of them I should already had a long time ago. I don't know what the hell happened with me, but I must have been sleeping under a rock. So.
Yeah, when you could have had it, they were probably everywhere. Now that you don't have it and want it, they're probably scarce.
Yeah, for sure. Well, normally, like I say, you got to pick up. Oh, I just took off my gloves and I forgot to put these away. I got remember when I'm picking up different notes, I'm picking up all sorts of graded notes and the small notes, the large notes, and then getting what's you
have a systematic way of approaching
it. Yeah, I do, but I'm also looking at grade factor too, right?
Yeah,
I know a lot of people are like, the grade is not. Well, to me, I think the grade, I think it's something. Why? Because I need to I like to see the detail of the note, right? Again, you can pick up a 20, but it's not as good as having a 50, right? Or a 50, 55 or 64, that's my, preference. I'd rather pick them up at a high grade. I'd rather drop the dollars. To me, it's okay. I'm okay with that. Some people may not have the money to drop, for the big notes, but I don't mind. I don't mind spending the money because I'm a collector. So I'm not going to buy the note and sell it tomorrow. I'm not interested in that. I'm going to buy the note today and I'm going to hold it for 10 years. Then I'll get rid of it if I decide to want to get rid of it.
I'm
I don't know.
I'm the same way. I mean, but I'll grab the lower grade notes within my price range. But
right.
If I have the money, I'll go for the higher grade ones, definitely.
Right. I mean, there's a couple of notes that I've been looking at. So I'm also like on eBay. I'm trying to make some deals when they have that. Make an offer. I always try to make an offer. And
you try to hit them upside the head is what you do.
Well, it's, like I said, back in the 70s, they used to have the guy in the back of the alley, back of a truck, and that was real. I'm telling you, it was real here in New York. You met the guy in the back of a truck, and you pull up, and next to you, forget about it. What do you got there?
Yeah, things fall off trucks all the time.
Yeah, those were the best guys. But today, those guys are probably doing time somewhere, Sing Sing or wherever they.
Rikers.
Right, not Rikers. They're going upstate somewhere. Rikers is in Queens. That's stay in the penthouse. So those guys don't find those guys anymore. And it's a little hard to do crime today because everybody has a camera.
Oh, God.
Everybody got a camera, and there is cameras everywhere. So crime is not really. I mean, if you don't mind doing the crime, don't forget you got to do the time.
Yeah,
That's how that works.
I mean, my boy and I were talking about that yesterday about the cameras. We were at Wally World Walmart, and they force you to go through self-checkout. And they got cameras on everything. They got cameras watching you scan it. They got cameras that are watching the item being scammed.
Yeah.
They got cameras watching the employees watching you scan the items.
They got scanning everywhere. Crazy. So, but so it's pretty interesting. But yeah, you gotta, when picking up these notes, you want to try to get them as in a good deal, And we always talk about, graded notes to ungraded. If you are paying for the same price as an ungraded that you could purchase it graded already, go for the graded one. If it's the same price, just go for the graded.
Or even a few bucks more. Yeah. I mean,
it could be a few dollars. If it's a few dollars more, like not that much more, but enough, where it's a couple of dollars more, right? Because let's say if you took that note that you had to go send it in for grading. Well, you got the grading fees, you got the handling, you got the shipping back to yourself, and you got to ship it there. So, that adds up, and then now you're over, instead of just being right at the mark that you could have just bought it graded then. Yeah. So you want to kind of just, and again, it doesn't really tell you the value. It tells you at least what the grade of the note is, right?
Yeah.
I don't think the value part. It's not.
It doesn't make it more valuable, but
right.
To me, if I had the choice to buy a graded note or an ungraded note, definitely graded all day long.
Right.
You can tell me, hey, yeah, this is a 20, but until I get that in my hand, saying, yeah, that is a 20. There's a little bit of difference there, and that's where the grading comes in.
If you're telling me if it's a grade 50, and I'm looking at it, I'm saying, well, there's no way possible. And I buy it in a grade 50, and I send it out, it comes back as a grade 20. Well, I'm not going to be happy about it. I may have to kind of meet up with you somehow.
Yeah, we'll have a discussion.
Have a real sit down with you. We're going to have a discussion. And the discussion is, how would I say? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those.
Not going to be a pleasant one.
No. But, it's. But, we're not going to. I wouldn't do. I'm not that type of guy.
I am.
Yeah, but you like I said, you want to kind of just pick up a note that's if you're going to buy anything, and if you don't know about the condition of the note, then just stick with them buy graded. At least you know what you're looking at. If it's a 30, it's a 30. If it's a 25, it's a 55, it's a 55. Just then buy them graded, because if you cannot look at a note and say, okay, this is going to come back as this, you kind of like, oh, okay. And I don't know if you've gone back, we did a big, I sent in a bunch of notes in, and I let everybody kind of guess the notes of the grades, and, just to kind of give everybody the opportunity. But it was Rob, you played, right, that day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, quite a few people played. So are you going to show us something?
Yeah, I was going to say, make sure you're entering the pound gall, because I'll be giving this away now. It does have some graffiti on it, but still in pretty good condition for the most part.
Right.
But so that's what I got there for the giveaway today.
Well, there you go. A $2 note that you don't even need to go searching for. That is cool.
Yeah, I figured I'd give that red seal away. And so far we got 6 people entered. We have 10 in the chat. So I'll give it a few more moments here for y'all to make sure you enter.
Yeah. THS, what is going on, buddy?
Let's see here. Okay, so I am going to...
Send it for that. Here we go.
We're going to give it a quick countdown for everyone.
9 people. You going to do a countdown?
Yep.
Jaden, what's going on, buddy? Here we go.
All right. So I don't think I still have your address, Ogier. So please send me an email. And I'll be happy to get that out to you. Awesome. So, looks like we've been up here for about an hour or so.
Yep, that's right, guys. After the hour, it is considered overtime. So,
hey, you can't afford Big Apple's overtime.
That's it, guys. Like I tell everybody, it's been a pleasure here every Friday, 11 o'clock. Stop in, talk about currency. Just, fortunately, we're not doing any sales, anything here. But tonight, 8:15, we're going to be having an auction, Big Apple Stacker. It is my Friday. It's my day off. Rob, you are off today, so we're going to have Rob may come in. I don't know. I may put up that $2 note just to bust balls with Rob. So put that bottom ship up. So if you guys come in and you guys start getting clipped, timeout from retired Navy Rob, it's because he's timing you out. So get ready. Thank you, Barry. So yeah, guys, we are out of here. I guess that's it. Rob, you have anything else?
No, that's about it for now. Remember, tomorrow is National Skinny Dip Day. So take advantage of that. But other than that, keep on stacking. Yeah,
that's it. I guess you're gonna be skinny.
Look it up. It's National Skinny Dip Day tomorrow.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. So we know what Rob is gonna be doing. Because Rob has a swimming pool, folks. Just to let you guys know, and it's an in-ground pool, by the way. It's not above ground. It is an in-ground pool. Awesome pool. So, Rob, if you see me tomorrow, swimming in your pools,
no,
it's gonna be on. No, all right. I'm gonna be standing there smoking my cigar. All right, guys.
You have a good one. Keep on stacking, guys. Everyone.
That's it, guys. See ya.
I can imagine no more rewarding a career. And any man who may be asked in this century what he did to to make his life worthwhile, I think can respond with a good deal of pride and satisfaction. I served in the United States Navy.